Okay, we have a couple of things that we're combining in this particular video. Not only are you going to be multiplying some of them and dividing some of them, you're going to have to go back in your mind and remember the factoring that we have done. So we're going to start off with a multiplication problem that says 8 over p plus 5, and we're going to multiply that by 3p plus 15 over 3p minus 12. It is very important that you understand the first thing you need to do when you're working a problem like this is try to factor everything that can be factored. That means you have to recognize that in this part right here, there's a common factor. That common factor is a 3. And when I bring it out, I am left with p plus 5. Now, that means that my problem is no longer as it was, but now I'm going to rewrite it as 8 over p plus 5 times 3 times p plus 5 over 3 times p minus 4. We forgot to factor over here our 3p minus 12 will factor into 3 times p minus 4. That was my error. Forgot to do that. All right, so here we are together, everybody, right over here in this portion. Before we move on, we're going to cancel out our common factors. I have a p plus 5 on the bottom and a p plus 5 on the top. That goes away. I have a 3 on the bottom and a 3 on the top. So the only thing that I bring over to the right side of the equal sign now is whatever's not been crossed out. That would be the 8 and the p minus 4. There is a big misconception that you can now divide this 4 into the 8. You cannot. Make a note of that. This is a part of your denominator. It can't leave that p. P minus 4 is an expression that all goes together. You can't separate out the p or the 4. So this is your final answer as it stands right here. All right, let's try one more, see what we can do with it. We're going to take, let's say, x squared minus 3x minus 28. That's going to be divided by 2x squared. And we're going to multiply it by 5 over x plus 4. Now, just to give you a hint, when you see a denominator like this, most like this, most likely there is a numerator that has a factor of whatever this is. That's just a hint. So I would say to you, go to the top and see if you can find a number you multiply by x plus 4 to end up with x squared minus 3x minus 28. Now, after you play with that for a minute, I hope you're going to realize that that number is x minus 7. So we're no longer using this. We have numbers in the denominator and numerator that can be canceled out. So I say x plus 4 are gone here. Let's see what's left. Across the numerator, I have an x minus 7. I have a 5. In the denominator, I have 2x squared. You cannot cancel this x and that x because they're terms. You can't, this is a term, you can't do that. And we know that 2 won't go into 5. So you're done right here.